Welcome to the Advice Accreditation Bureau, the comedy podcast that pokes fun at modern day life advice. My name is Andy Prokopis, and today I'm joined by a comedian who does a full-length hour every single year, and this year it's called The Divine Comedy. Please welcome Anthony Locascio.
Sup?
How are you?
I'm very well. How's it going?
Very, very good. I was going to introduce you as Anthony The Rock Locascio.
Oh, he's done his research.
Yeah.
He has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I'm not going by that anymore, though. No, I'm actually going by Anthony Dwayne. Yeah.
You've reached the Hollywood evolution.
Yeah, it's the natural
Yeah.
progression of things. Progression being... How's this?
Okay.
So you said we'd get into it,
Okay.
but I bet you didn't expect it this early.
Let's go.
That's effectively what your surname means in Greek, yeah?
Progression, Prokopis.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
progress.
Yeah, progress.
Yeah,
Yes.
like evolution. So
There we go.
There you go.
So I need to confess that you tell me whether I can declare myself as a wog or not.
You can.
Okay, great.
I've
Conversation
given it
over.
to you. Yeah, that's it.
So-
Thank you for having me. Bye.
So my dad, Brian Prokopis,
Yep.
his dad, Cole Prokopis, he was 38%. This is all Ancestry.com. So he was 38% Greek. Cole's grandfather, Peter, was the one who came to Australia in 1888, I believe it was. But they were marrying Anglos
Yeah.
throughout.
Yep.
So it was
We're just
only...
cleansing generations.
Well,
Get it
yeah.
out.
So it was Peter's dad, Drasimo. So that's
Okay.
that's the Greek, and I think it was Procopio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from Ionian Islands.
Yeah.
And so they Peter moved to Australia, became Prokopis. The C got in there somehow. There's no C in the Greek alphabet.
No.
Yeah.
No, but there's a lot. Like, I mean, there's no any of those letters in the Greek alphabet. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
There's the equivalent, but
So what? Like Locascio has a C. Like where does your
Italian.
Okay,
Yeah.
of course.
My dad's side Sicilian. That's
Yeah,
a
okay.
very traditionally Sicilian surname.
Yeah.
Also, everybody around the world that has the surname that DMs me for no other reason than just to say, I've got the same surname. Tells me, they're like, Sicilian.
Cool.
I'm like, sick, man. What else you got? That's it.
So there are Italian Procopios, but I think it was Vittorio Procopio ended up in jail. So
Yeah.
for murder.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I think he was in with the mob.
Okay.
Once upon a time.
I've got at least 4 close family members
Okay.
who share the same name as like very high-ranking New York mafia members. So it's no bearing on us. I feel,
Yeah.
I feel like we shouldn't let it define our
No,
legacy.
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But yeah, no, you can take WOG.
Okay.
I don't think WOG is like it's dependent on percentage of ethnicity or it's a state of mind, right?
Yeah.
And here you are doing a podcast, which means
I'm a wog.
you got a lot of things to say. Ergo, the end.
Great.
You know?
Yeah. Here I thought I was just a cis man, but
Nah.
yeah, it's wog.
No. You can add another one. Whenever you go to do the checklist for that pilot for the TV show that you want to get commissioned,
Yep.
you can check ethnically diverse as
Great.
well. I've given it to you.
So the dark
I'll be your reference.
Well, my dark features actually come from my mother's side. So
Okay.
she's Mexican. So
Wow.
am I putting second generation Australian on these applications?
You better believe it, baby. Arriba. You better believe it. We take what we can get.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely. So how is show prep coming along ahead of the tour?
I mean, fine.
Yeah.
I've done the show 17 times now.
Okay.
I did a trial show in Sydney. I did 7 of them in Perth, the Perth Fringe.
Yep.
I did 9 of them in Adelaide for Adelaide Fringe.
Right.
And I came back a week ago from Adelaide.
Yeah, awesome.
So warm-up's over. We don't like to tell those people that they are the warm-up.
Yeah.
They know, I feel, on some level. The Perth people don't care. Perth people are cool. Adelaide, they like to think that, no, you need to have the ready-made thing for the Fringe. And all the comics are like, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, as someone from Brisbane, who hails from Brisbane, Adelaide has an inflated sense of where they stand in the hierarchy of Australian cities. Brisbane knows where we're at, but we are clear number 3.
Clearly.
Clear number 3.
It's the only other city other than... Adelaide's not a city.
I would argue the Gold Coast is bigger than Adelaide, though.
Oh, let's not talk about the Gold Coast. Gold Coast. Have you done gigs on the Gold Coast?
No, I haven't done gigs in Queensland yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andy? Don't worry about the Gold Coast.
Okay.
I mean, you've been to the Gold Coast.
I have plenty of times.
As have I.
Yeah.
As a civilian, as a spectator, as a person enjoying the locale.
And there are spectacles to spectate.
There are certainly spectacles. Going there in a professional capacity to do something like comedy, which requires people's brain to be active. The Gold Coast is the worst place I have ever done comedy ever.
Whereabouts on the Gold Coast?
Doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter. Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
But I did Home of the Arts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not home of shit.
Yeah.
No one was home. It was the worst show. And you know what? I deserved it. I deserved it for this reason. You referenced the Anthony the Rock Locascio thing before. My last show was about my papa, which is my great grandfather, and it was amazing. It was the tour. It was the first time I went overseas to do solo shows. That was awesome. Got to do Enmore Theatre, which has been my dream since I was like 11 years old. Everything was just like, this is great. And then the final show was in New York.
Yeah, wow.
I did it for free. I would never, ever make money without a working visa in that country.
Yeah,
ever.
got it.
Don't look at me. Never. I did it for free.
Yeah,
it was the last show on the tour.
Yep.
In New York.
Yep.
And I'm like, what a great way to cap off this beautiful tour.
Great.
And
by
then
giving back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, great. Take it all the way up. And then I don't know what the fuck came over me. It was a need for money. That's what came over me. And I just said, I'll take this show out of retirement for one last hurrah. New York wasn't the place we're going to end it.
Yeah, at HOTA.
We're going to end it at HOTA. We're going to do it in the Gold Coast. We're going to do it in the place that I have mopped at least 3 good friends vomit off the floor in Sin City.
Yep.
We're going to just go 500 meters down the road and we're going to do the show there. And it was a fucking nightmare.
Oh, man.
Am I allowed to swear, by the way?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, wow.
So don't go.
So I have fond memories of HOTA. So my mum became a citizen at HOTA.
Okay.
Yeah, so her citizenship ceremony. And not only was that a moment of joy for me seeing my mum become a citizen, it was a moment of joy because I was tasked with organising her citizenship. And she doing the paperwork, and so Spanish is her first language. She speaks pretty fluent English, but the bureaucracy and paperwork and everything was just a bit too much for her.
When was this?
This was around COVID time. So yeah. Okay. So 2020, 2021. So she had been a permanent resident of Australia for 40 plus years, and just decided, no, now's the time for me to become a citizen.
Why?
She
saw the way of the world.
I think she saw the way of the world. I think, from a superannuation, or there's some benefit. And also her Mexican passport had expired and she wanted an Australian one.
Okay.
So anyway, if you met my mum, and I'm sure it's the same with Greek mum. Greek mum. I'm sure it's the same. You don't necessarily challenge. Yeah. So yes, mum, I will happily help you. But her identity history is a bit sketch. So didn't have a birth certificate.
Yep.
Was adopted by the man I considered my grandfather. She never met her biological father. My grandmother got married when my mum was 10, so she got adopted. So I had to use the adopted papers. She's been divorced a couple of times. When she moved to Australia, they inverted her first and middle names. It was a whole thing.
Okay.
And so I was very thrilled to see the citizenship process.
Yeah.
And so when I hear HOTA, I go,
oh, that's very sweet. There was probably more people there to watch your mum get her citizenship than came to see me.
There were quite a few people, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, the Divine Comedy, what is in a...
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. I did a Vipassana meditation course last year.
Oh, great.
Do you know what that is?
I know.
To any degree?
No.
Okay. So I mean, even if you didn't, I probably need to explain it because
sure.
it's like there's other people listening to this. It's
Yeah,
not just the chat between us. I'm professional. It's a 10-day silent. I'm reticent to use the word retreat, and I'll tell you why in a sec. But it's a 10-day course in the Blue Mountains. You're there for a total of 12 days. So you like arrive on day 0, leave on day 11. There's 10 days in the middle where you are silent entirely. You take your phone immediately. You're not allowed a pen and paper to write. 2 meals a day, all vegetarian. And this meditation technique is said to eradicate misery. And you meditate for, depending on how much kind of bandwidth you have, between 11 and 14 hours every day.
Wow.
They wake you up at 4 a.m. every day. And it's like 3-hour blocks of meditation. You go for a meal and then, yeah.
And with the goal, so knowing that you would eventually leave the retreat.
Yes. Didn't feel like it.
Well, but what's the plan to integrate into everyday life? Because that's not sustainable in...
So the reason why I'm reticent to call it a retreat is because, first of all, retreat insinuates that it was like fun. No. It was a nightmare. The first 4 days in particular, just hell, man. Just, yeah. And I also went in the dead of winter. It was -6 degrees when I arrived. It was
to the Blue
bucketing down,
Mountains.
right? Yeah, it was filthy. It was absolutely feral.
Yeah.
Like 2 thermals.
Yep.
2 layers. You like double toilet paper when you have a particularly kind of gross public toilet.
Yeah.
It was that, but me. And the other reason why I call it why it's a course and not a retreat is because it takes the 10 days of learning what they teach there and practicing the technique in a place where you're completely away from the stimulation and the distraction and the kind of misery of society. So you can learn how to do it.
Yep.
Then you come back and you implement the meditation in your day-to-day life.
Got it.
And the practice goes from there, which is why I call it a course and not a retreat.
Got it.
That's the kind of the thing.
Yeah.
It absolutely works.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't give too much away because I want people to come to the show.
Yep.
But yeah, it changed my life.
Yeah, wow.
Genuinely, like, different human being walked out of there, and it's been, yeah. And the reason why this is because the show was called The Divine Comedy from well before then.
Okay.
And the reason why the show was called The Divine Comedy is because I did papu in Wellington, New Zealand. And a guy came up to me after the show and said, "Oh, saw the poster and we didn't know what it was. You should call it Papu the Comedy Show." And that had me thinking, okay, well, the lowest common denominator's money is worth as much as anybody else.
Totally.
So I'm going to have to find an organic way to sneak the word comedy into my show to account for these kinds of people.
Yep.
But also kind of maintain some semblance of artistic integrity.
Yep.
And the thing that just occurred to me was the Divine Comedy, very important, historic, famous text, has an Italian association. I'll find some way to, inorganically, retroactively make the show into 3 parts. So it seems like, the 3 stages of the text, and it'll be what it'll be. I wrote a totally separate show. And then at this thing, I'm like, I'm in the Divine Comedy now.
Yeah.
It's the 4 days of hell, another 4 days of just boring, and then I genuinely felt
that
God.
Yeah.
In the last couple of days, it was wild. I'm going back next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm doing it again.
Oh, wow.
I don't have Melbourne. I had a big gap between Adelaide and Melbourne.
Yeah.
10 days up my sleeve.
Great.
Fuck it. Let's go again. So we're going on Wednesday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so at what point during the course did you decide, or did you realize this is the Divine Comedy? I'm in this now. This is the show.
So on the 4th day, I quit comedy. I decided I'm done. Because there is very much a sort of, it's not an organic. it's an ego dissipation thing that happens there. It's not the goal, but it just happens.
Yep.
And you realize how much of your life is wrapped up in ego. And I came to the conclusion that I had been doing comedy exclusively for ego.
Yeah.
For 8 years. Purely ego satiation. Like, sure, you can say, he's making people laugh. You're doing things for other people.
Yeah.
It's just a convenient consequence of me metaphysically masturbating in front of people on stage every night for 8 years.
Yep.
And like, you know, comedian masturbating in front of people, it's been done.
Louis C.K.
Yeah, it's been done. You know, I don't want to step on nobody's toes. So I quit. I said, I'm not doing comedy anymore on day 4. And then on day 7, I came out of retirement.
Yep.
Because they do really kind of emphasize it's the Jesus shit, man. It's like the actual core Jesus stuff is the same as core Buddha stuff. It's all that, you know, fundamental spiritual alignment. You just got to live for other people, bring no harm into the world, and meditate to purify your mind effectively.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, I thought to myself, okay, well, you have taken these 8 years and you have done this thing with your ego, but your ego has helped you build this set of skills and experiences and an audience, whatever. Like, you have this to play with.
Yep.
Instead of just chucking it all away because it was built with ego, what if we can find a way to reconfigure it and use it to give to others?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what the mission is at the moment.
Awesome.
It's tough.
Yep.
Because, I mean, I don't need to tell you this, but it's a very difficult to escape the ego element of I'm on stage, all of these people are looking at me, listening to me, you're lit.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
it's like,
So the first line of my debut hour was, my psychologist told me that I require, my self-worth relies on external validation.
yeah.
Yeah, and like the irony of standing on a stage in front of an audience
So
talking about external validation.
totally put it on my tombstone, man.
Yeah,
It's like, that's the whole thing. That's the parental wound thing, but we might not have time to get into that.
Have you ever smoked toad medicine? The DMT, like
Yes, I
MEO,
have.
DMT?
I have smoked DMT.
So there's 2 different types of DMT.
Okay.
There's the toad medicine, like I think it's 5-MeO.
Okay.
I think that's the acronym, and it's proper ego death.
Okay.
And it's like they do it in like ceremonies. There's shamans and
It's so not ayahuasca where they so ayahuasca they add DMT to a different compound to make you be able to ingest it, because normally you can't eat DMT, right?
Yeah.
That's why you have to smoke it.
Yeah.
That's different to what you're talking about.
So I think so. The one that I did, there's 5-MeO or whatever it is actually already in your system.
Yes.
And it just unlocks, it kind of broadens.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think this would have been the same thing that I had, but I did not do it with a shaman.
Okay.
Somebody gave me a bag of it, and
Great.
I'm like, fuck it, I don't want to wait for anyone. I'm just gonna do it by myself.
Yeah.
With this big ass bong that I bought in Amsterdam.
Yep.
And it was the worst idea I've ever. The ego did not die.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I highly, highly recommend. Yeah.
I won't.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Like I haven't had a drink since like June.
Yeah,
I
wow.
don't smoke anything anymore.
Wow.
I just can't. I can't do any of that stuff
Yeah,
anymore.
okay.
Since this thing, and I'll tell you something else that's kind of weird about it. Since this thing, you go so deep into your body with it. That's the key part of the meditation. I can feel every internal part of my body at all times. And so if I'm standing around people, I get secondhand smoke. I can feel the secondhand smoke attacking my lungs. I have to just leave.
Yeah. Wow.
I was a pothead.
Yeah.
And I can't. I tried to drink. It feels like I'm being poisoned. I get hungover. I have 2 drinks. I get hungover for 4 days. I just can't do it anymore. Yeah. And prior to going into this thing, and for the previous 33 fucking years, I'm just like a soccer addict.
Yeah.
And not in the sense of like my team. I just needed to know everything about all things to do with
Soccer.
world soccer. I tell you, that guy who is playing for Azerbaijan, his fiance's name is this, and she bought him a special. Like, I needed to know with that granular level of detail.
Yeah.
You know, I'm listening to like 6-7 soccer podcasts every day to get me for any commute, doing the dishes, doing the whatever. Just that would be the sort of way to stave off my internal monologue.
Yep.
And haven't been able to revisit in any capacity since I came back.
Wow.
At all.
Just couldn't handle the intensity attached to it.
No, it's more that on a body level, the things that compelled me to that kind of addictive behavior, because that's exactly what it was. And you know, addiction is like with any of these things, it's a masking mechanism. It's a escapism. It's I can't deal with this.
Yep.
I just, for lack of a better way of putting it, defeated whatever it was within me that was seeking that stuff.
Wow.
And so I just haven't gone back. It wasn't the intent. I didn't come out of it saying, man, I'm never listening to soccer podcasts or getting up for the soccer again. I had no intention to never drink or to never smoke or to, I have not felt the compulsion to do any of those things since I came back from
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah.
Still don't really know who I am, but we're figuring that out.
But who and when do we ever know who we are? And I heard a quote that's kind of stuck with me, is that the meaning of life is learning, because that is the one thing that we should do every single day of our life.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I love that.
And if you stop learning, that's it. You're done.
Yeah,
you're finished.
Exactly. Yeah, what's the point?
Even on like on a neurological level, if you do, I read this thing where if you know, it's in people's 40s. Maybe this is just for men. But if you have a monotonous sort of, if your everyday life looks the same, you go to the same place, same job, same people, whatever, your mind effectively atrophies in the same way as anything else will.
Yep.
And that will set in by your 40s. And at that point, your capacity to learn will stop.
Yep.
So there's a bunch of things that you can do to stop that. Listening to music is apparently an effective method of that. Because it keeps your mind focused on the unexpected. You know, things change. Learning different languages, obviously. I mean, speaking different languages is a good tester for the brain as well in that regard.
I've heard even like something as simple as brushing your teeth in your less dominant hand.
I've heard that one too.
Or putting your shoes on in a different and socks on in a different order.
Man, my motor skills with my left hand are so terrible. I don't even think I could pull it off.
Yeah.
I think I'd be brushing my face. I don't think it would work.
Well, I went to the dentist this week, and I'm not doing that great a job on with my right hand. So, but
you're a lefty?
Oh no, sorry, I'm right-handed. Okay. Sorry, yeah, but the dentist had notes.
I was going to end this early. I don't speak to left-handed people. You are the devil.
Mate, we might jump to our advice. I every week I ask guests to bring a piece of advice that they think is good, a piece of advice that presents itself as good, but they think is bad, and then we'll come to a listener dilemma.
Yes.
So,
well,
your good advice.
You said I'm the 12th person, yes?
You are? Whether that's where you fall in the order of the rollout, but that's okay.
Okay, well, regardless, I am the final juror. So, I'm shocked that you haven't had this one before, unless you have had it before and you're being polite.
No, I haven't had it before.
Okay. And it's going to sound like a cop-out. I mean, you already know what I'm going to say, but it's going to sound like a cop-out, but it's not. I will qualify it. Mm-hmm. The best piece of advice is don't take advice. Mm-hmm. I hate advice, which is effectively what you're doing here too.
Yep.
So it's like me saying advice is shit is not me shitting on your podcast.
No, not at all.
I'm basically agreeing with you.
Yeah.
But I mean it in more of a advice is shit. Wisdom is good. Sharing wisdom is a different thing. But advice is you, person that I am not.
Yeah.
You living this life that I am not. You should do this.
Yeah.
Fuck do you know?
Yeah.
Fuck do you know about? You know what I mean? It's arrogance And it's arrogance masking something, but we'll get to that in a sec. I'll personal anecdote it to qualify it. I've been through a pretty rough time of late. It's I didn't end up at the meditation retreat
Just for
as
kicks.
an accident.
Yeah.
And people are inherently good. The factory settings for a human is love and compassion, no matter who you are.
Yep.
You get caught up in a lot of shit, and a lot of shit masks that. But the factory settings are that, and people feel the inclination to do that. But many people, mostly men, and definitely people of the ethnic disposition that I have, are not taught at all how to actually validate or empathize. And the manifestation of that is advice. Hey, person that I know, person that cares about me, we're having coffee. Here's what I've been going through. You have the tiniest fraction of context compared to what I have.
Yep.
You have no idea what I'm going through. You have no idea the ins and outs of how I'm feeling. And you're going to tell me what to do?
Yep.
It's like when you break it down like that, it's so asinine, right?
Yep.
And that's different to saying, hey, I've been through a similar thing. This is what I did.
Sure.
Take it or leave it. That's wisdom.
Yep.
Advice is, you go do this.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a crazy thing to do, but we do it in lieu of empathizing. Because empathizing sucks. Empathizing, you're asking me to feel your pain. I don't even want to feel my pain.
Yeah.
And when I am required to empathize with somebody, you literally have to feel the way the other person feels. You have to feel that person's feelings. And empathizing with somebody when they're having a great time is lovely. But when
It's
you're going
tough.
through it, it's hard. And so what we do instead is we do the solutions.
Yep.
I'm sure you have this, Andy. You go through something and people are going to give you the solution. I'm not asking for the solution.
Yeah.
But they'll tell you, this, you know what it is? This is it. Or they'll give you the yeah buts. You tell them your issue and they hit you with the yeah buts. Oh, yeah, but the market's shit for everyone these days. Oh, yeah, but all kids are like that at that age. Oh, yeah, but you'll find somebody. Yeah, but he was a narcissist. They're all that you.
Yeah.
All we are doing is taking turns, politely telling each other to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I can't handle what you're saying to me right now. I can't sit in this moment and feel this emotion and just say, hey, that sucks. I'm also a human being and I have been through hard things. I have no idea what you're going through, but I've been through hard things too, and that sucked for me. And as a fellow human being, I want you to know that sucks. That's all we need to do.
Yeah. Have you heard of the held, heard, or helped methods? Like, do you want to just be heard? So
Yeah.
please just speak at me. I'm an ear.
Yeah.
Actually, held is like, do you just want comforting, a
Yep.
hug, physical touch? And then helped, do you want the wisdom,
Yep.
which is usually presented as advice? But I love that delineation that you made.
Oh, but it's so
Yeah.
important, right? Like it could be even something less heavy, and I have heard of it. But thank you for reiterating because I hadn't before, and I think it's a really effective prism to sort of, like when you are being approached by a friend or whoever, to offer that as the selection, because sometimes people aren't even conscious of
Totally.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was I? Where was I? So, it doesn't even need to be in such a heavy context. Like, you are a comic, you approach a person that you admire that's been doing comedy for longer than you. You say, this is an issue that I am having. And the older comic can either say, do this, which may be the complete wrong thing to tell you, and as a advice seeker, you're probably going to do that, and who knows where you might end up.
Yep.
Or that person can say, well, I don't know what it's like to be going through what you're going through with your set of circumstances. I had a similar issue. This is what happened. This is what I did about it. incorporate that however you
wish.
feel.
Yeah.
That's the difference, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think any adult should tell any other adult, do this.
Yeah, especially if it's unsolicited.
It's always unsolicited.
Yeah.
It's never
Yeah.
like your thing for this is the internet basically being unsolicited
Totally.
advice. Just like,
Yeah.
hey, open up Instagram.
But-
Instagram used to be I look at my aunt's photos. Now it's
Yeah, it's carousels of unqualified.
I didn't ask for this.
And look, some of it's interesting and good. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. I might apply that. A lot of it is just it's advice from people who are like making money by selling courses on how to make money by giving advice to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's people who have made a whole empire out of manipulating the masses on the internet. So why would this be any different? This is manipulation as well.
Yeah.
Or it's like, I am teaching you how to manipulate as well as I did.
Yeah.
You saying that before, what you said, sometimes it's interesting to take it and kind of stew on it and think about it, and you can incorporate it in different ways.
Yep.
Totally.
Yeah.
But people aren't as smart as
No,
you.
it's-
People aren't as discerning as you.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
are idiots.
Yeah, yeah,
People
yeah.
are like, oh shit.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
Totally.
This is my life now.
I was that person, and like this is kind of how this all kind of came
How
about.
did you bust out of it?
I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to live up to the advice that I was reading or consuming constantly. Like I've always been a bit of a personal development
Okay.
fan.
Oh yeah, you're a CrossFitter.
Yeah, you're a CrossFit. Exactly. And like optimization is such a wanky word, but for me personally, it's like, how can I live the best life humanly possible? And I was almost doing too much of it that I was becoming anxious and overwhelmed and like trying to get up at this time, but get enough hours sleep and pursue dreams of comedy, etc. So, and it just kind of went, hang on a second, I need to figure out what is actually working for me. That critical thought was that, and discernment was missing.
Well, because you understand that the void is a black hole, right? Doesn't matter how much you throw in it, you're never going to fill it.
Totally.
It's going to a different dimension.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
something else we have to figure out how to close the void instead of just throwing a bunch of shit in there.
Yeah.
I've been the same, man. I have been there too.
Yeah.
So yeah, what did something do it though? Did something act as the catalyst or the tipping point for you to go?
A lot of it was around approaching turning 40.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was, okay, what do I actually want in life? What brings me joy? What am I doing just to please other people? And it was just a huge stock take. And that's when I started comedy.
Okay.
Stepped into...
Had you always harbored desires to do comedy? You just didn't?
No, I've always loved writing, and I've written so much that has never seen the light of day because I was too nervous or lacked the confidence to step on stage. And then the opportunity came. I was quite nervous presenting at work, and a manager said, look, you should do a presenting course. And I went, oh, how about I do a stand-up course instead? And I did the performance at the graduation.
Which course did you do?
It was the one at the Marcel's course. Well, when Marcel was in Sydney. Yeah. And I graduated, loved it, and just kept going. Yeah. That's my comedy.
I mean, you do know that by quite a big factor, the best comics in Australia are from Brisbane. By quite it's like our Boston.
Yeah,
so
wow.
Like, there's a overabundance of the best comics in Australia that come from Brisbane.
Why do you think that is? Trauma.
Look, the bare basic adage is that it's like, it's the school of hard knocks. Like it's the Brisbane people aren't going to put up with garbage, so you have to really learn how to battle.
Yep.
To succeed. But I don't think anybody can come to comedy and work really hard and become a competent comedian, right? It doesn't matter where you do it. I think if you want it enough, you can develop those skills.
Yep.
I think what separates the real creme de la creme is like, how fucked up were you coming into it?
Yeah.
And for some reason, there's a lot of these Brisbane guys that were like, these guys are well and truly fucked up before they came to comedy.
Yeah.
So something's in the water in your town. I think that maybe that's what it is.
There is, but at the same time, I wouldn't consider myself fucked up. Have I got my stuff? Sure. But I wouldn't say my comedy is steeped in trauma per se. I know a lot of great comedians.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't necessarily think that I'm one of them in time.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about
back yourself?
Do we want to talk about my Mount Rushmore?
We can now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm so thankful. I really am.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that I was so perplexed.
Yep.
So do you want to tell the story or just
So I was asked as part of a online survey in the comedy writers group that I'm a part of who would be my comedians Mount Rushmore, and I put John Marco Ceresi.
who are the others?
It would be Mulaney was there,
Yep.
Jeselnik was there,
Yep.
and Tina Fey.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like all writers.
Yep.
Like brilliant performers, but writers.
Okay.
And,
So
yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
To me, that the other three were them.
Yeah.
Because I saw this and
Yeah.
I flicked through this post.
Yeah.
And Gianmarco was like the outlier for me because obviously the other three are legends.
Sure.
Very, very well known, very well tenured. And I see Gianmarco Ceresi on your list.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy's fucking crazy. What the fuck is he talking about? Because I had only ever seen Gianmarco in clips.
Yep.
And he's great in clips.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Crowd work.
But you only see
Yep.
clips. It is what it is. And I was so perplexed. I may even say angry. I was like, the fuck is Andy Prokopis talking about?
Yeah. This was pre-meditation course.
It wasn't.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
November. So I wasn't furious. I wasn't like gonna drive to his house. I'm like, let's. It was like a furious curious.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like, I'll check it out. And I've been on a comedy special spree since I lost soccer. This is the new thing.
Yeah.
So I checked out the special, and I was like, okay, I get it. I've seen the special 4 times.
Yeah.
Now I'm a firm believer. Not my Mount Rushmore yet, but if there was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 Rangers in Mount Rushmore, maybe for me too. You know what I mean? It was a really wonderful experience to just go, oh, you don't even know fucking anything, man. Me, not you.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I thank you for that.
Oh no, I'm glad. I'm very glad that you have discovered the joy that is.
Yeah.
John Marco. I would say Jay Jordan would be my other. Are you familiar with Jay Jordan?
No.
New York comedian.
Jay
Jordan.
Jordan. Okay.
He's phenomenal.
Jordan. J, not Jordan.
No, not Jordan.
LeBron could never.
Yeah, Jordan. Jurden. Check him out. He's got a.
You don't want to. You know. You maybe you want to quit while you're ahead, Andy Prokopis. Maybe you don't want
I'm
to
doubling down.
You're doubling down.
Doubling
Double
down.
or nothing,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna look this guy up as soon as I leave this place.
Totally. He's got a special Yes Ma'am.
Okay.
I think on it's somewhere, but
Okay.
check
YouTube.
it out. No, like Amazon, I think maybe, or Disney.
Okay.
But also on Spotify if you listen.
Yeah, Spotify. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's on Spotify.
I love an album listen to it.
Yeah.
I used to almost exclusively listen to comedy albums.
Yeah. Same.
But I've started filming every show, actually filming it with my phone, not for content, but just to appraise. You know, they say you got to record all your sets, record on sets forever. And you listen to the words and you kind of extrapolate, you know, what changes you can make. But I found it very useful of late to watch and understand my body language and stuff. Like, Took me 8.5 years to figure out that I haven't seen you perform too much, but I feel like you don't do what I'm about to say. I like try and eat the audience. I go as close as possible to them.
Yeah.
And
Jumped off stage.
but like may as well, you know what I mean? And I notice in watching some of my footage, it's like you're actually obscuring your face from the light. You're going so close to them. You're exiting the sweet spot, and you're fucking up the like how your punchlines are received because they can't see you emote what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
So I figured this out early in Adelaide, and I just had tape on the like set a mark on the stage, which is something I'd never done before. But I wouldn't have gotten that if I hadn't appraised it kind of visually.
So I stand pretty still, which is a deliberate, like, I'm sorry, my feet are still because, again, it's the words. I want the words to pop, but I do oscillate like a pedestal fan.
Okay.
And I need to reduce the speed of the oscillation. I need to kind of lock into the right and make eye contact and connect before kind of just doing that. So that's my current.
Have you incorporated the fan thing into the set?
No.
Because it'd be fun, like,
Yeah.
you point out later. You know, comics come out and they do like, I look like this, fuck to this. Then that's their like first joke to like address the notion that we're all kind of feeling. Yeah. If you notice in particular that you have done a set where you are doing the fan thing, and then you like address it later, I feel like you get a good laugh.
Nice.
I'm not saying you should do this.
Yeah. Listen to the advice.
But that could be
fuck your advice.
But that could be a fun thing to you know, because anytime you address something that's happening in the room that everybody's kind of conscious of, it's a tension release. It's he feels that too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Awesome. No, and just going back to your advice that, all advice is shit. I absolutely agree. It's
the genesis of this whole thing.
Totally. So
sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Green light,
so then
tick.
I've then de facto answered the second question too, because if it's like, what is good advice, and the good advice is don't take advice, then by default the bad advice is everything else.
Every advice.
Absolutely
every advice. Yep. Into the bin.
I probably should have thought of a particularly egregious piece of advice that I have heard, which now that I'm realizing in real time would have been a great idea.
I trust your improv skills.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know what? I'll tell you what. I got a good piece of advice that I have now. At the time when I heard it, I thought, amazing. I'm taking this away with me, and I'm gonna implement this. And I did, and now I feel a different way about it.
Yeah. Hit me.
Okay, so 2021.
It's a good time for everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did the Sydney Comedy Festival gala.
Yep.
At Enmore Theatre, because they couldn't get anybody good. Couldn't get any international acts, and we had just I had done enough pre-COVID to at least convince myself that comedy's the thing forever now. But I had not made enough of a dent for COVID to not completely fuck that up.
Yep.
So it was a weird, because COVID wiped out a lot of, termite bug bombed a lot of people that had just started, and it was like, well, obviously I can't do this. Done, finished, you never saw them again. There was people that had enough of a kind of entrenched career that they knew they were going to be fine anyway. But I was kind of in a weird no man's land. And so it was a pretty stressful pair of years. So getting the gala in 21 at Enmore, which had always been this is the dream.
Yeah.
Man, I was so stressed.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know I have 5 minutes. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what my best five is. And I stressed about it so much in the lead up, and I stressed about it so much that I forgot my best joke in the middle of the set. Yeah, and I looked down at the clock, and it was 3.5 minutes. I'm like, I don't know what was the plan again.
Yeah, wow.
And I just improv. And I survived. I was clearly the worst act on the lineup. But I did a decent enough job. It wasn't a train wreck.
Yep.
but I was so disappointed in myself. And I went backstage, and I'm in this green room, and I am the only unmanaged act in the green room. Everybody's there with their management, and sort of like, you know, I mean, I don't know if you know, but you know, you bomb and you back with the other comics, and it's like it's not a night where everyone's bombing, and everybody kind of like,
Yeah.
it was one of that, and I just felt so shit, and invariably I had to seek validation from my peers. So I chatted to some people that I was friends with, some people that I highly admired and respected, like veterans, and they all gave me like varying degrees of like, forget about it, it's fine, no one cares. Yeah, it's just a gig, like whatever. Like the actual, this was good. It is good advice, but it's like, it's an example of what we were saying before. What I didn't need to hear in that moment was like, I knew it was a gig. I wasn't conscious of this at the time, but I'm looking back, I am thinking that it's like, if I was in their position, I would say something like, yeah, I can understand you feeling like shit right now, man. Obviously you do.
Totally.
And that's totally fine.
Yeah.
You will pick yourself up and you'll be fine, but you feeling like shit right now is good.
Yep.
But that's not what I was getting.
Yep.
So I walked out into the alleyway, and there's Harley Breen having a cigarette.
Yeah.
And he's like, how'd you go, mate? And I said, fucking garbage, man. And before I could even elaborate, he was just like, good, shut the fuck up about it. And I was like, and he said to me, yeah, man, perception is everything in this shit.
Yeah.
You had a bad set. So what? Those people are going to remember everybody else had a good set. They're going to forget about you forever. You the only way this knowledge that you bombed tonight will perpetuate among comics or whatever is if you
let it
continue to say it all the time. So you just, no matter what, how'd you go? Great. No matter what, how'd you go? Great. And he told me a bunch of stories about how he had implemented that. And it really resonated with me, and I think I sort of did that for a few years. And of late, I have been able to find I don't do that anymore. If it went shit, I'll tell you it went shit. And I'll tell you exactly why it went shit and where I fucked up, because I'm secure enough now.
Awesome.
So it ended up being one of those things that was like really good advice at the time that is still really bad advice in the long run.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. And I think, to speak to the mindset that you're in right now, is...
Thanks, Harley, by the way. No.
And not to diss Harley, but I think you need the bad ones to make the good ones super sweet. And it's... Yeah, so you can have a bad night, you can have a bad set.
You better have the bad nights.
You bet, yeah, exactly. Because then when you have the good ones, they're just so joyous.
But the cycle,
Totally.
the cycle always. So in Adelaide, I had 9 shows.
Yeah.
4 of those shows were great. 2 of those shows were fine, and the remaining 3 shows were absolute fucking nightmares. And every night after the nightmare, I'd go to where I was staying, absolutely furious, go to bed, and I'd wake up the next day still furious, and I would review the show, and I would write my notes, and I would go into the show with a chip on my shoulder. And it turns out, unfortunately, I operate at my best when I'm furious. So the show would always go great. The night after a terrible one would go great, and then sometimes I'd get another great show, and then I'd be complacent. You're like, oh, I've got it, no problem. Don't need to do that much prep today. Watch the show, whatever. Yeah. And you learn from the shit ones.
Totally.
You learn nothing from the good ones other than I'm God. And that's wrong.
Yeah. And it's that meaning of life is learning. Like, if you're acting like God, you're not learning.
Yes.
And yeah, I love it because it adds that humility to it. So yeah, love it.
Okay.
Mate. Yeah.
Have you got a particularly egregious piece of bad comedy advice that you've copped?
Bad comedy advice?
Yeah.
Oh, probably. I will say good comedy advice that I've got.
Boo.
Always wear deodorant. You don't want to be the comedian who smells, because you will be known as that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Comedians are ruthless about the comedians that smell. Like,
Yeah.
it's like the go-to thing.
Yeah.
I don't know who you've spoken to. We'll do this off camera. But yeah, there's comics. It's like the first thing they'll say.
Yeah.
More than like if they're a good comic or not. That person stinks.
Yeah. And like that can transcend into every day.
He told you that.
That was Marcel. He taught it in class. Yeah. Yeah.
Sick.
And it has stuck with me. And like, I wouldn't leave the house without deodorant anyway.
Yeah.
However, it is a conscious action, fragrance out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
So, listener question.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I hope it's cool that I opted to not hear it in advance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, I just hate that, like,
No.
you got to Hans Gruber it.
Yeah.
You know the Hans Gruber thing?
Hans Gruber.
Yeah, there's Alan Rickman's character in
Oh,
Die Hard.
yeah.
So the bit at the end where he falls.
Yeah.
So they had told Alan Rickman they're going to drop him on 3.
Yeah.
And the director decided to drop him on 2.
Yeah.
To get the organic reaction out of him.
Great.
You gotta Alan Rickman it.
Yeah.
So even if I have a terrible answer, my knee jerk hearing this is the money.
Well, so this answer, I've specifically chosen this for you.
Okay.
It will either be a really short answer or a really long one. If it's a short one, I've got more listener questions. So,
Okay. And so the listeners write these questions in as just kind of pieces of advice that they want to throw at anybody. They don't get to choose specific.
They don't get to choose specific comedians.
I suppose they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I did my call out yesterday, and this is what one of that came back.
Hit them up.
All right, this is from James. What accents is it still okay to do, and why?
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely all of them. If you can 100% nail them.
Okay.
That's my qualifier, which is unfortunate because in developing the like doing the accents, you're going to have to at first be not that good at them. So
Totally.
that's going to have to be a very private venture for a little while. But yeah, I would say if you're 100% competent at them, it's like any kind of ethnic based jokes. We're gonna get into this now. It's okay to talk about it, ethnicity and race and stuff, even if it's like you don't belong to that ethnicity and race. As long as your material displays enough nuance and love and care so that it's not a kind of stereotype, aren't these people fucking weird thing, and more of a, I've spent so much time with this group of people because I have friends that belong to this group. I've spent so much time with them and I care so much to learn about the intricacies of their culture that I can make these very nuanced jokes about them.
Yep.
Then it's like, it's not just okay. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's indicative of a real benevolent inclusivity for you to say, man, fucking Egyptians. You know what I mean? Like I've been, you know, cut that. He says you must have nuance in your jokes, and then what I came up with was fucking Egyptians. But like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you know, and you care and you love those people, and then I am talking about my experience with this group that I don't form a part of, but that I deeply care about.
Yeah.
The accent thing is sort of the same thing. If you pay it the right amount of care, man, if you hit any group of people in the world with their accent, and you nail it, so it sounds like this. Like if I close my eyes, that's my dad.
Yeah.
You can get away with anything.
Yeah.
You're one of us now.
It's because you speak about the care. I think the line of caring, though, is subjective, because you could demonstrate that you care for whether it's accents or gender identity or sexuality, whatever the minority might be. And for me, I could see, oh, you've demonstrated care. But to someone else from a close... all I'm saying is it won't stop certain people from firing off in the comments.
Totally, but it's not up to them. It's up to the performer, the mouthpiece.
Yeah, that you believe that...
People are going to get upset about anything.
Yeah.
Anything. You cannot... There is no one piece of comedy or art or anything that is universally across the board adored by everybody in the world.
Yeah.
Somebody is going to have some problem, and it's always going to be reflective of something within them.
Yep.
That care thing is a you thing. That's where it has to come from the performer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome, mate. And to wrap it up, you want to give the Divine Comedy another plug? Where can people check it out?
Oh, yeah. Melbourne Comedy Festival is coming up. I don't know when you're going to drop this, but
this will be in a couple of weeks. So yeah,
couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, so
what
if
dates?
you're in Melbourne, I'm on from the 7th to the 19th of April.
Awesome.
At Storyville. Then the Sydney Comedy Festival the following month, 14th to the 17th at the Comedy Store. Don't know if you have any listeners in Thessaloniki, Athens, Istanbul, or London, but I'm in those places in June.
Amazing.
And then, after that, it's all a little bit up in the air at the moment, but I'm available. You can find me on social media and check it out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for coming in, mate.
Thank you. This is fun. This is really cool.
Yeah, loved it.
I like what you're doing here. This is a cool concept.
Thank you, mate. That means a lot.
Good.
Cheers.
Cheers.